Hi, it's Colette. Welcome back to my channel, and thank you for waiting for the weekly tarot card as it's up a wee bit late this week, but hopefully you'll still be interested because we've got plenty of the week to go. This is the weekly tarot card for the week commencing Monday, the 15th of January 2018, and it's the Two of Swords in Rorig deck. As usual, the most beautiful deck as far as I'm concerned in the world. Lots of, I don't know if that be light shining through that. Yeah, there's hot air balloons on it, there's mountains, very peaceful countryside, lovely blue sky. Absolutely beautiful card. And it says peace on it. So even from the look of the card, you can tell that it's a good one. And its influence should be good, but it can also, we can learn from it and aid it and help on, and that's the way the tarot influence should be used. So excuse my sort of chestiness and my copious amounts of fluid drinking. I've had bugs since November, but since Boxing Day I've had a kind of cold and sort of chesty, ear infection, you name it. And I'm just coming through it, and that's why the weekly tarot card's a wee bit late. But anyway, let's go for it. The Two of Swords, it says peace on it, and in other decks it says truce, so there's kind of different aspects of the card. Now it's swords, which is about air, about communication, about intellect. So it's quite an airy card, and we've got to look on it as to how we communicate things this week and how we can do our best to maybe keep the peace. And it is as simple as that. You know, keeping the peace sometimes means compromising. It sometimes means going to your enemy and forging a truce. And we might find there's a lot of that done this week. I've just been kind of interested in some of the latest words from President Trump and how some of the African countries are responding. And maybe this card is really necessary, that it's important that we all keep the peace in the best way we can. And sometimes those of you that are on my YouTube know that I don't shut up about a lot. I have opinions on everything, but this card sometimes just says shh, keep the peace. Nobody needs to hear your opinion this week. Keep it calm so that the rest of the things going on round about can keep calm. It's no good being incendiary when we've got this sort of aspect, because although it's a good card, it's also a warning that we may well need to make truces, we may well need to compromise. So let's look at it in career. In career, you'll find it's not a bad week at work, and that there's a gentler atmosphere than there has been maybe in the last few weeks, particularly going back to work after New Year and all the stress and sometimes the lowness that comes with that. And yes, everybody is so kind of down with bugs and flus and whatever, and this is a good card because it can allow us just to have a slightly gentler week, even maybe a boring week, who knows. But at work, try and keep the peaceful energies there. If you find that you're getting wound up at work, use the influence of this card to try and just keep yourself going back to a kind of level that you can work at. Maybe take a big chunk of amethyst with you, or put it in your bra and wander through the week knowing that the amethyst will keep you calm and keep the peace. I love amethyst for that. Sometimes when I'm wearing amethyst earrings, people that know me all know that I'm getting a bit stressed out, and I've got my amethyst on. Not today, I've got little moonstones on. These were a gift for Christmas, and little feathers, absolutely beautiful. Thank you for them, you know who you are. Anyway, so with career, be prepared to compromise, make truces and keep the peace. And if you've got something to say, don't just let it go. Bloop. Have a wee think about it. And again, maybe some of our politicians should work a wee bit better with this card. All over the world, because there seems to be so many stupid words coming out of different governments at this time, and some of them we all know are lies and untruths, but they're still saying them anyway. So let's just, particularly in the work or sort of situations where there's authority, let's try and keep the peace. And that way we'll all have a better week, okay? If we look at health, this is just a good card if you've been struggling with your mental health. If you've been feeling that the stress has been getting to you, or you become more anxious, more compulsive, more worried, this card can bring great peace. And one of the lovely things it can do to give peace of mind is, this is a lovely card for bringing feuds in families and maybe between lovers or whatever. It brings feuds to an end because there can be compromises being seen to be made. So you know, with your health, it's always good to know that you can do things to help your mental health. This card will help, the influence will help, but say the thing that's been on your mind or getting you down has been bad feeling between you and a friend, or things that have been said in family. This card allows us to, you know, kind of say, well, okay, I might think that person's wrong and I'm right, but just for the peace of mind that we all need, can we not just agree to disagree, compromise and forgive and forget? So there's a lot of this card that is simply about helping mental health by compromising and calling a truce on the things that are underneath the mental health issues, if you see what I mean. So for health point of view, sometimes in a physical way we can get good news, you know, about maybe outcomes of tests or things like that. But this to me is more of a sort of thinking aspect card and deals more with mental health issues and the possibility of peace coming there, but also we can help it along a little bit. If we look at love, yes, it might be a week of compromises with you and your partner. One may want one thing and one may want the other, but it's good to go back to basics and say, well, we are a partnership. So rather than getting angry about all this, we may as well find a middle line here, because stomping off and being angry and not resolving anything isn't going to do any good. So for longer term relationships and committed relationships, this is a great card, because it can allow us to stop and say, do you know, arguing day after day after day about one thing isn't doing any good. We need to find the central line here. We need to find the compromise that we can both live with, and that is a fantastic card for relationships. If you're looking for a partner, it can be a time just to maybe even call a truce, and by that I mean just stop looking for a while. Just say, right, okay, the week ahead, it's all about me. I'm not looking for anyone else. I'm going to love my own self and just make the best of me. And sometimes we all need that, you know. I've been at times without a partner, and I've actually quite enjoyed it at times. And the times I've enjoyed it are when I have sort of looked around and thought, you know, I'm not making compromises. I don't have to. All I need to do is have peace of mind for myself and maybe your family or children. So if you're looking for a partner this week, maybe don't bother and enjoy that feeling of your own autonomy, I suppose, and your own peace of mind. So it's quite a good one for a wee kind of a wee pit stop if you're looking for a relationship. If we look at money, again, it's quite a good one. Yes, compromise on what you're buying, compromise on what you're putting out, but in doing that, you'll get good peace of mind. Excuse me. Spiritually, it's a lovely one, because I do find that people aren't so hard on themselves if they don't feel they're making progress spiritually. They allow themselves to go, you know what, I've done okay. I've tried my best with that, and I'm going to keep going with it. And rather than give up completely, I'm just going to say, fair enough. This is just where I'm going with it. Sorry, something's happened with the computer there, but I'm nearly finished anyway. So, lovely card for the week ahead. The Two of Swords. If you want to take it literally, find a hot air balloon and go for a ride in it, and find the peace, that peace where there's no sound, absolutely no sound, and it's just very different, that sort of thing, and also, if you are finding yourself being a wee bit arrogant or a wee bit full of your own self-importance, just remember you don't want to be called a hot air balloon. Many blessings now. Bye.